Welcome to another episode of the Alamo City Sports Cast. I'm your host, Joe Garcia, and today we're going to actually be joined at 11 o'clock by the one and only Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio, and also the host of the Locked On Spurs Podcast. What's up, everybody? What's up, Chris Leha? I see you here in the chat already, blowing us up. Puro pinche Astros a la verga, dude. This is going to be interesting, man. The Rangers, they winded up sweeping the Orioles yesterday by a final score of 7-1. Now the Rangers, which were in the wild card, are off to the ALCS championship round. So it looks like they might be facing the Rangers because the Rangers, they just need to go ahead and win one more game and they're going to go ahead and be moving on. So I think fans might be getting their wish. Some of the Astros fans were saying, "Hey, bring on the Rangers. They want to face them in the ALCS." Well, looks like y'all are going to get your shot there because the Astros, they are playing the Twins today, and the Astros, they lead that series 2-1. So they just need to win one more, and they're moving on to the ALCS championship round so they can face the Rangers. So that game's going to happen at 6:07 p.m. Central Time. So keep an eye on that. I know Rangers fans are going to be watching that. What's up, JC? Yo, Christopher Lehal, the Astros, bro. This is going to be a good one. This is one where me and the boys, we're going to have to round up the troops, Chris Leha. We're going to have to go to the bar and go and watch these games. If the Rangers are going to be facing the Astros in the ALCS championship round, you know it's going to be lit, man. We're going to have to get the boys together and talk a little shop. Maybe we'll have to take a podcast episode on the road and just do it right there in the damn bar. Fuck it, right? Everybody drunk, just shit talking. That's when the best episodes happen, man. So we're probably going to have to do that. Leha, you talking about this pouring this AM so you can come and check out the show. Yeah, man. Chris Leha, you're a real one, man. You keep it real. It's Astros versus Rangers. We turning the hell up. Yes, sir, we are. Hopefully our boy's going to be in town too, so he can probably enjoy in the frivolity here, which is going to be the one and only Spernandez. He's going to be arriving into town over the weekend, so we got some plans there. If you know, you're in the inner circle. You know what's about to happen here on Saturday. Look at David Atwater. Rangers, hell yeah, yeah. I like this, man. Already talking shit, dude. That's what this chat is about, man. I like it when everybody starts talking shit. Look at that, David Outwater. F the Astros, bro. We need you to pull up if you're in San Antonio, man. When we get together and we watch a game, this is going to be fun. And we got to get Rangers fans and Astros fans together. I want to see Chris Leha talk his shit. You're going to talk your shit. Back it up, bro. I want to see it. I want to see it. So it's going to be a good episode here. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, man. But yeah, Rangers and Astros, man, that's what the matchup is going to be looking like. And I'm here for it, man. It's going to be exciting. And I mean, this is what we live for here. In October, you got the mecca of sports going on. You got MLB playoffs. You have the NFL already kicking off their season, and they're already almost at the midway point. And that's going to be interesting as well. You got a lot of good games coming up here in the latter part of the schedule. Rangers fans talking mad shit, and they ain't won shit. Remember, won the champs. Yeah, man. But you know what? This is a different Rangers team, man. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys, dude. I don't know if they're going to be able to choke this one away, Chris Leha. There's going to be a heated battle here, man. I think we're going to be looking at some really great games. Might be some for the record books, man. This is going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not picking a winner because I don't got a dog in this fight. I'm not a Rangers fan, not an Astros fan, but I do like two Texas teams going at it, So I'm going to support that. Of course, go out and support the local bars here, keeping it puro, with the Puro Pinche network that we have going on here. The Puro Network, keep it local, support your local bars. Go in there and have some drinks with the boys, man. That's what it's about. Wemby's first home game is Friday. Yeah, man, I know that, dude. We all are excited for that, for the Spurs to have their first preseason game here in front of the gente, man, in front of the people. I'll be there. I know I'm going to be there, and I know a lot of other people are going to be there as well. So it's going to be a kind of a reunion of Spurs Twitter, so to speak. And Chris Leha, they swept, but they some chokers. They choked the World Series back then, and they choked the AL West. Don't be surprised if they choke the series. I just want a damn good battle. That's all I'm saying too, man. I just want a good battle. I'm just saying, hopefully they're not going to be choke artists in this matchup against the Astros in the ALCS. Hopefully they put on a better showing. I just wanted to be competitive. Again, I think it's going to be one of these series that's going to go down in the record books as being very competitive, and you might have some walk-off home runs to win the game, and that's all fans of both the Rangers and the Astros can hope for. This is going to be exciting, and this is what fans get up for, man. This is what you want. You want to play those rivalry games, man, and this is one of them right here. David Outwater. Bruce Bochy has changed this team for the Rangers, no doubt, man. He's a three-time champ. That's what I'm saying too. Like I don't think this is the same Rangers team of old. This team's got a little bit of swagger to them right now. They went ahead and dispatched the Rays. Tampa Bay Rays were one of these good teams, coming into the wild card race here. I thought they were actually going to go and topple the Rangers because everybody always saying, oh, the Rangers can't get past nobody. They're choke artists and whatnot. They winded up dispatching the Rangers dispatched the Rays handedly. Then they go and they face the Orioles. It's like, okay, the Orioles should win this game, win this series. No, the Rangers winded up sweeping. Not only did the Rangers win, but they swept. I'm not seeing choke artists here. That's all I'm saying. I'm seeing a team that's trying to make a statement. They want to go and go on a championship run here, and they're in that championship game. They just need to get past one more team, and that team's looking like it might be the Astros. So, again, the Astros are the defending champs. They got something to say about that, too. So, love the battle, man. Love this matchup that's coming up. So, one of the things we're going to go ahead and get started with right off the bat here is we want to go ahead and wish the one and only Keldon Johnson a happy birthday. It is Keldon Johnson's birthday today. I saw that earlier when I was just scrolling, getting the show ready to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and show the screen. And again, want to wish Keldon Johnson a very happy birthday. Shout out to him. It's his 24th birthday, man. So he's still got a lot of tread on the tire. So happy birthday to you, Keldon Johnson. Yeah, no, David Outwater said he's 23. No, he's 24, man. He's pretty damn young. So, yeah. JC, SA needs to compete against those two for a Texas showdown. Yeah, they do. One of the other things that I saw pop up here, man, it's hilarious to me, man. Every time we wind up talking about breakfast tacos on this show, either I'm on the show with Spernandez or somebody else, right before we get on the show, is putting slander on Bill Miller's tacos. And what do I see here? Right before I come out on the show, we see something here from Bill Miller's once again. The Bill Miller. It says, Louis Vance's son-in-law to Bill Miller introduced breakfast to our customers in 1989. And says, do you recall the first time experience of Bill Miller's breakfast? I know Chris Leja has something to say about that, man. But, hey, man, I'm not going to lie. That bean and cheese taco looks okay, dude. It doesn't look bad. It's passable. It's passable. That's all I'm saying. Chris Leja, if SA gets a baseball team, I'll drop the Astros in a heartbeat. Till then, puro Astros a la verga. Yeah, man, no doubt. It looks like we got my boy Matty BT right here. You come to Houston for a home game. If we play the Rangers, hey man, if it's a weekend game, dude, I might be up for that, dude. I'll hit you up, Matty. And JC, watching Oakland and maybe Twins as teams to bring here. Hey man, we always have that discussion here in San Antonio. These MLB teams always use San Antonio as collateral. But the thing at the end of the day is they're not going to come over here unless the San Antonio, let's say San Antonio Council gets their head out of their ass and finally decides to go ahead and build a new facility for them. But where are we going to put the team? You're going to put them out there in that horrid Nelson Wolf Stadium out there by Old Highway 90? That thing is old as hell, dude. And I don't care what they do to that. I know they have some new owners, Manu's being one of them. That thing is old. It's outdated, man. And it's in the wrong location. There ain't shit out there, man. Nobody wants to hang out in Old Highway 90. Trust me, man. You want to put a facility that's going to be nice, could be the crown of downtown. Other sports cities do it right. They have their arena, they have a baseball, field out there, a stadium where they have it right. You have your professional sports, let's say block, and you have everything easily accessible. Public transportation's easy to get around. It's near downtown. It's near the hotels, restaurants, and whatnot. San Antonio needs to kind of mimic that. Right now, they got everything spread out all over the place, man. You have the Alamo Dome, which is ugly as hell. I ain't gonna lie. But if you want to build nice facilities, I mean, you can build them around the area. Ideally, you want to put them closer together, but we'll see. I mean, it'd be nice for San Antonio to have another professional sports team besides the San Antonio Spurs. I'm looking forward to maybe one day before I leave this earth that San Antonio does get another professional sports team. JC Highway 90, bro. If you know, you know. Hey, Highway 90 is not the best place in San Antonio. Trust me, man. It's just like going out on the east side where the Frost Center's at. I mean, there's really nothing out there. The NHL season has started. That is true, Jason Garcia. It has. Nelson Wolf is gone. Move the stadiums downtown, no doubt. Build it downtown to bring the revenue in. Yeah, definitely. Implode the Alamo Dome and rebuild. I'm not saying implode the Alamo Dome. I'm just saying it's ugly as hell, man. But they've done renovations and whatnot on the inside. The concourses still need a lot of work, man. I mean, do something on the outside of the Alamo Dome at least. I mean, you can't fix the ugly part, but I mean, light it up, make it look nice, make it look presentable, bring it into the more modern era, man. I mean, that thing is old, dude. Even the glass and all that's reminiscent of the style that was back in the 80s when late 80s, early 90s when it was built. I mean, it's not an eyesore, I would say. It's just dated. That's all I can tell you. And then it's cavernous on the inside, so it's not doesn't lend itself well to games because the noise level doesn't travel as well. It kind of echoes and gets lost. I mean, it is what it is, dude. I mean, they built that thing back in the day because they thought they were going to wind up getting an NFL team here in San Antonio, and that never happened. I mean, what did they get? The Gunslingers, a couple of arena football teams that came and left. The Commanders came and left. Now they have XFL there. They have UTSA. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. And look at that. Matty Beep says it's hard to add a team in a town that's only 2.5 hours from another team. Yeah, it is. That's the thing that San Antonio is up against. They're a small team. They're a small-minded city or a small town, and they just need more. I'd say more of the bigger businesses to get involved. There's not a lot of big money that's swinging around here in San Antonio, and I think that's part of the issue. It's the economics here that plagues this small market, like they like to say all the time, small medium market. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other things that are making waves here. One of the things that I saw earlier today, man, which I thought is humorous to me, I thought it was funny. And it's entertainment news, man. We're going to go ahead and take a look here at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. So the Smiths, so to speak here, have been separated since 2016. So you're going to tell me that Will Smith went up and slapped Chris Rock for no damn reason. That ain't even your wife, bro. I mean, that's just an acquaintance at this point. Y'all ain't even living together, man. You're just co-parenting. That's all that is, man. So that's to me, that's ridiculous, dude. You've been separated since 2016. We're what already in 2023? Make it official, man. Just go ahead and divorce, dude. Like, what's the problem? She's already seen another brother, man. I mean, this guy's been out, spotted with other women as well. I mean, come on, y'all aren't a couple anymore. You're just co-parenting. You got older kids already. Go on, man. Live your life. Separate. Do your thing. I mean, and he's over here. Keep my wife's name out your mouth, bro. That's the least of your worries. Post the meme. Oh God, Maddie B. What did he say? She hates him. It's really sad to see he has all the money. I don't know, man. And she's made some money too. And look at that, Daniel Castro. Entanglement things. No doubt, bro. I mean, to me, that's just ridiculous at that point. Y'all been separated since 2016, man. Just get a divorce already. Or maybe she can't afford it, man. Who knows, dude? Oh, let me see what's going on right here. I told Jeff Garcia that I'm going to be calling him about 11 o'clock. So it's almost that time to call Jeff, a.k.a. Moneybags. So as we start moving forward with the show here, we're going to go ahead and pause real quick for a word from one of our sponsors, and that's going to be the one and only Chris Leha here of MCS General Contracting. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business, honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show. Yeah, thank you so much, Chris Leha. We appreciate you and your contribution to being a sponsor for the Alamo City Sports Cast, man. If you all need anything done as far as concrete work goes, he's your guy, man. Make sure you call Chris Leha at 210-774-9155. And I know, like Chris Leha always likes to say here, they got the hardest concrete in the business. It's diamond hard. And he says they have the biggest, longest decks in the game. That's not my saying. That's Chris Leha. So make sure you go and give him a call for all your general contracting needs. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the chat here. Daniel Castro says, the man, the myth. He says, Midwest man myth has that Jimenez Jada meme. Oh, God, man. That boy's always on point, man. His memes are hilarious. I'm going to have to check that one out. Jimenez says he can't out game Christopher Leha. Oh, God. MCS is the helipad for money bags. Well, they can make him one. I have no doubt they can make him one. So you guys are crazy, man. I got to check out the meme, though. I'm going to look for that right now. I want to see what they did. If anybody has it, man, like send it to me, like put me in there, like at me, so I could go ahead and check this out. I need to see what's going on with this Jimenez meme. Like I said, I'm looking for it right now, man. So if y'all, I'm doing the show at the same time. So if y'all have that, send it to me, man. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. JC, Chris, if you're listening to me right now, man, put at me on Twitter so I can go and check this out. Yeah, but moving on to some other news here. It looks like Dylan Brooks is at it once again, man. Over here with his little shady play. It looks like he got ejected from a preseason game. Like, bro, how are you going to get ejected from a preseason game, man? That's ridiculous. But I'm going to go ahead and share what he did here to get ejected from this game. Looks like they were playing the Pacers.
And Brooks have some words with one another. And now, I love it. And now Tice and Brooks have some words with one another. And now, I love it. And now Tice.
So how the hell are you going to go ahead and hit another man in the junk, man? Like, what's wrong with you? I mean, there's things that you could do. I mean, you could body somebody, you can go up against somebody, push them, whatever, man. But this is a little bit too much, man. But that's the type of caliber of player that Dylan Brooks is. Always doing some shady shit, always talking his shit, and I think fans and not only fans, but the players too, they're just tired of his ass. Like, go away, dude. Like, who are you, man? He's not even that great of a player. He thinks he's better than he actually is, just talks a lot of shit, goes out there and does stuff like this, man. Just get him out the league, dude. I mean, nobody wants to see that bullshit no more. I'm tired of this brother getting run out there. Nobody cares about him no more. He's just a sideshow. He's a joke. Who wants to go ahead and see that? Oh, look at that. JC, you got it, man. Yeah, thanks, brother. And Matty B, you've got to penalize that. Yeah, no doubt. He got ejected. Yeah, Dylan Brooks, he's just one of these guys that likes to talk shit. He's one of those guys you see on the court, talks all that noise, can't even back it up, man. Is it just me or Tom Osborne killing it with the video content for the Spurs? No, Tom Osborne, he's really good at what he does, man. He's been putting out some great content as of late, dude. I agree with you, man. I'll go ahead and take a look at him too, man. But he's been at it. He's been over there at the practices. He's been traveling with the team, it seems. So I mean, he's on his game, dude. No doubt. He's one of the best, one of the better guys in the media that covered the San Antonio Spurs. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Tom Orsborn and see what y'all talking about too, man. Because he has been putting out some great content. I got to agree, man. Oh, yeah, he's been putting out some interviews. I saw the interview that he did with Bassie. But I think it was about a day ago that he did that. Yeah, and he did an interview with Blake Wesley. And not only that, but man, did you all see that the Spurs also released a video of the new facility? The Rock is what they're calling it now. And that looks pretty good, man. They went ahead and turned the lights on. Officially, it's open now. So good on them. Joe had a feature in a recent Instagram video. Yeah, dude, I did, man. Your boy came out on the Spurs official video, man. I was wearing my Vamos Wemby shirt. So they showed that on the Instagram, on Twitter. Me and my little niece both made she made the Coyotes Instagram that he posted out there when he was taking pictures, and I made the video. They showed it on the first Spurs preseason game on Monday. So yeah, thanks to the Spurs, man. It was a great turnout for the Silver and Black scrimmage. I really enjoyed myself, and I know a lot of the other fans that went out there, they got to witness something special. So I'll show you all the video that I saw too of this Victory Capital Performance Center that the Spurs have built over there by La Cantera. I believe it's right behind Fiesta, Texas. So really nice looking, man. State of the art facility, for the modern era. And they always say, I guess the better players in the league, when it comes to free agency, nobody wants to come to San Antonio. I don't know, man. Now that they have a facility like that, maybe that might change their mind a little bit. State of the art facility, and they have pools out there for rehabbing and whatnot. They got, great doctors and whatnot. So maybe be more attractive. Go ahead and bring some players in the fold here. So I'm going to go ahead and start reaching out to our boy, Jeff Garcia. As I'm getting Jeff on the phone and getting ready to go, let me go ahead and play another ad read here from one of our sponsors, which is going to be Cynthia J. Sanchez of J. Parr Real Estate. J. Parr Real Estate has been a proud sponsor of ours since day one. Check out Cynthia J. Sanchez. Her reviews can't be wrong because all of the people that she sells homes to, they give her 5 stars and say that she is prompt, that she is understanding, that she communicates well, that she calls back, that she answers questions correctly. And yes, they say that she is good at what she does. If you are in the market to buy a home, sell a home, whether it be a rental property, primary residence, or Airbnb, reach out to Cynthia J. Sanchez from J. Parr Real Estate. Her number is 210-273-0748. She has 16 years of experience in real estate and is a former claims adjuster with USAA. So she knows what she's looking for when she's showing you those pre-owned homes. Give Cynthia J. Sanchez a call at 210-273-0748 for all your real estate needs. Surprise, surprise, everybody. Guess what's going on right now? We're having some technical difficulties with the one and only Jeff Garcia. So bear with me here for a quick second while I give him a call. Maybe y'all can hear this. I'm calling Jeff right now. You can hear me calling El Jefe. All right, I'm back here. So we're going to go ahead and bring the one and only Jeff Garcia on here. So let me go ahead and introduce him. I got to introduce him proper, though, man. I didn't go ahead and make this introduction here for nothing.
Here we go.
So we're going to introduce you, Jeff. That means that we got to get everything ready. We got to get your slide going.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go, man. That's right. There we are.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, bling.
What's up, dollar bills, y'all? Jeff, what's going on?
Apparently, I'm gonna get crashed into by a plane.
No, hey man, the plane's coming to pick you up, snatch you up. That's your private jet.
Hey, before we continue, by the way, I have a little bone to pick with Mr. JC in the chat right there.
What's up, man?
Okay, so he gives a shout out, right, to what's his face on the Express News, right?
Tom Orsborn.
Yeah, but of course he doesn't realize that I have interviewed Doug McDermott on Locked On Spurs, the new Austin Spurs head coach on Locked On Spurs.
And you had Dougie McBuckets.
Doug McDermott. Oh, and by the way, the Spurs chief impact officer was on yesterday's Locked On Spurs. And I spoke to Oberto. JC, I thought we were boys here. Why do you got to give out? Why can't you give out fair love?
Jeff se está poniendo serio, dude. Give him some love, man.
No, look at JC, man. What a traitor.
No, but Tom's good at what he does too. I mean, everybody in this.
This is more directed at JC.
Oh yeah. No, I know
Yeah.
that, man. I'm just saying, we enjoy all the content you guys put out, and of course you're my boy, so I'm partial to the content that Jeff Garcia spits out. Speaking of content, man, I got to tell you, Jeff, you shared something that really caught my eye here, man. And I'm gonna give you credit because I did see it on your Twitter feed. So let's go ahead and share this. You're big nerd at heart, so you're always, on the cusp of sharing new and exciting things, So I was like, what is Jeff sharing today, dude? Like, this is something that was really interesting, man. So
What do you got? Now
So,
I'm curious.
I saw this, man. You put this out. I think it was like 11 hours ago. It might have been like late in the evening yesterday, and you said that you expected this Wookiee just to be looking for food.
Yeah.
So,
I remember now.
Check
that
this
was
out.
That was creepy, right?
Yeah, check this out, man. I got this off of Jeff's Twitter, and I thought it was crazy, man. Look at that. So people on a train in Colorado supposedly took a video of the man, the myth himself, the Bigfoot, dude. He's out there walking along the mountains of Colorado. How legit do you think this is, Jeff?
I don't think it's legit. It looks like a guy in a costume to me.
It does, dude. It looks like
a guy in a costume.
It looks like somebody in a ghillie suit, like a hunter would wear,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the ghillie suit. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
And then he crouches down and whatnot. I don't know how legit this is or not. Did we just really see the Bigfoot, the legendary Bigfoot himself?
How do you not know? Like, if that's somebody who just knows the train is going to pass by, so let me just set myself up so I can purposely get caught on camera and start a firestorm.
Oh man, look at this. JC's firing back. I like this, brother. I like it. That's you being jelly of a compliment. He goes, "You bring the fire too, Jeff. Video is the key component."
Hey, speaking of video, man, I saw you on that Spurs promo, man. Kudos, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. That was like totally unexpected, man. I didn't expect that. How did
that happen? Like, what did you just happen to be at the right place at the right time, or what?
Yeah, I mean, they were just letting people in. We got there. The season ticket holders were there. They started opening the gates up to let us into that Spurs a yard sale. They were calling it a tailgate that they had there in the Bud Light courtyard. And as we're entering, I'm with my little niece. We're both wearing matching shirts. So the photographer goes, "Oh, hold on." He's like, "Man, I love y'all shirts, man." So he goes, let me take a quick picture. And then he took a picture, and then he was getting his camera set up for video. And as we're walking in, I just picked up my shirt like that and just said, "Go Spurs, go," and my niece got all embarrassed. She was kind of running away from me. And I was like, that's what we do when we're at the games. You get excited. So yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things that happened. I didn't plan it. I didn't know anybody. I just wearing my shirt, wearing my puro hat, the Fiesta colored hat, and just went in there with my little niece. We had a great time. She got to go ahead and see Victor Wembanyama. I told her a little bit about the game. She was interested. She was checking things out. And she got to take a picture with the Coyote. She made the actual Twitter feed and the Instagram of the Coyote because he shared the picture he took of her on social media. So I was like, hey, it was a good day for both of us,
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's cool, man. Yeah, I saw you right away, and I believe I texted you like, "Hey, I just saw you, Joe."
Yeah, man.
And then those are the shirts that you made, right? The cap and everything.
Yeah, those are the shirts I made. Yeah, and the Spurs liked it. Wemby liked it too. He just gave me a quick smile, when he saw the shirt. So he's a fan, I guess. He kind of dug it too. So good things, But I wanted to talk to you about Spurs.
Sorry. Go ahead. No, yeah. Well, yeah. I was a little maybe upset is the wrong word. More like it happened. Like I didn't get to go to the scrimmage because I had commitments to the Comic-Con in San Antonio.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were busy Saturday.
But how was it though? How was the scrimmage?
Scrimmage was good, man. There was a lot of diehard Spurs fans out there, and that's the thing that I always say that the Spurs needed to bring back the silver and black scrimmage because that's when the raza comes out, and the raza doesn't necessarily, have all the money to go ahead and go to these games because now, I mean, the games are just overpriced, because you have Wembanyama now. So I mean, nosebleed tickets are going to be at a premium for some of the marquee matchups. They're going to be priced out because I mean, you're looking at tickets going for 200, 250, as you saw for opening night. And that's up in the upper section in the nosebleed. So it's good to see that the Spurs do something like this for the community. Fans came out. It was lit. When you get all the the diehard fans that come out, it's a lit game, dude. The energy is different. Everybody's excited. Everybody's screaming. They're up. They're wearing the gear. They all got everything from jerseys, the Fiesta themed jerseys, throwback jerseys, bootleg stuff. Some of the bootleg tees, the tees that you can't get from the official Spurs shop, they're lit. So I like seeing stuff like that, and it was great. It was a great atmosphere, family friendly. There was kids, families together. It was good, man. I enjoyed it. It was a great showing by the San Antonio Spurs, and the players did not disappoint. Victor Wembanyama gave us some oohs and ahs before the game, going out and dunking, putting the ball between his legs. Jeremy Sohan working out before the game. Players were saying hi to the fans. So it was really nice, dude. It's a connection that's being built right there. That's a bond.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, again, I saw like the photos from the Spurs website and whatnot, and it looked like it was a good time. But I was too busy getting into it with data from Star Trek. No joke. No joke. This is a true story. So, for those who don't know, I was the host of the Big Texas Comic-Con in San Antonio. So they bring in all the people who agreed to do interview panels, and then between me and a couple other people, they divvy them up. So I looked at my assignments, and I had Brent Spiner Star Trek data. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be cool. Wow, this is great. And usually what I do, Joe, I talk to them about 30 or an hour before we go on stage. And he was fine. All he asked was just give me your do's and don'ts. The only do's and don'ts they had for me was don't talk about the strike or his acting because they go hand in hand. So everything else is free game. So I come to find out that he stayed in San Antonio for a while. He actually lived in San Antonio for a summer because he went to Trinity University.
Oh, wow.
So I'm finding all this cool stuff about him, that he's from Houston, whatnot. He wanted to know about the baseball team in San Antonio because he's a big baseball fan. And meaning the crowd and myself, talking about the missions, the chanclas. He had no idea what a chancla was, so we had to explain it to him. We had to show him a picture of it. But the problem was that he was a little bit of a diva, dude. Little bit of a diva, man. And he started to chastise fans and call them out during the fucking panel. The panel for videotaping him. Like he stopped the thing 4 times, including one time to stop the official Comic-Con staff videographer to stop taking video of him. His agent crashed into the VIP section / audio sound production area to yell at everybody for videotaping him. It was a disaster, dude.
Why was he getting mad for people like taking video of him? I mean, they're going to share that on social media, dude.
Exactly. He doesn't want it on social media. You nailed it.
Oh man,
yeah.
He's old school, man. He's one of these guys that don't get it.
Yeah.
He wants to charge for the video or what?
No, he just doesn't want any video. Period.
He's a weird ass, then, man.
Yeah.
He's a weird ass.
I thought for sure, like the whole San Antonio connection, even if it was for summer, would be cool enough for him to be cool. No, but he literally was calling out fans in front of them, like stopping the interview on stage and looking at them saying, Hey, I know you're just checking up the scores of the baseball game, right? You're not videotaping me. And like, yeah, it was just craziness, man. That was the only bad experience I had. But otherwise, it was fun. But to answer Tim Gonzalez's questions, hell no. The chances are going to be very slim. He gets onto Locked On Spurs Wemby.
You never know, man.
I found out that in order for you to get that type of interview with Wemby, you have to be a financial backer of the NBA. Not necessarily the Spurs, but of the NBA. So what does that mean? Like your ESPNs, your TNTs, advertisers on NBA TV, stuff like that. Like that, you have to be at that level to get like that kind of level of chat with him.
Well, with the advent now that we have of AI, and have you seen what AI can do with celebrities?
Mm-mm.
So you get a celebrity's voice, right? And you go ahead and put it in this AI technology, right? And you can actually have them say, you're listening to Locked On Spurs, or you're
Really?
listening to the Two Shots podcast. And it's not the celebrity that's actually doing that. It's AI, but they're mimicking the voice. So
Mhm.
hey, maybe we can go ahead and do something like that,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Joe, you're on the case.
I'm on the case already, bro. I'm already thinking ahead, what can we do for the upcoming season?
I know, right?
But I want to
No,
talk
but
with you about your first impressions here of what you thought from the San Antonio Spurs first preseason game
yeah,
against OKC, and the game that Wemby had. I mean, he put up some impressive stats, in his first game. Um, you can't doubt that, and then the haters, they're
mhm,
like, oh, I hope this, they didn't want Wemby to, of course, to have a good game, have a good showing, but he did, so he had
yeah,
20 points. He had 20 points. He had 2 steals, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. Not
mhm.
bad at all, for your first, I
No,
guess, NBA game.
yeah, yeah. And look, we have to couch it. It was one preseason game.
Yeah.
Let's not jump. Let's not knee jerk too much. So let me get the downers out of the way fast. One, he wasn't playing against a full powered
Oh,
NBA
yeah.
team in a regular season setting. Two, he was playing against offensive and defensive. He was playing against guys much shorter than him. Rarely did you see Chet kind of DM up. The
But
Thunder
he he
was
he
out.
he went ahead and put some moves on Chet.
Yeah, he did put some moves on it, but most of the time you saw guys like Lou Dort on him.
Oh, yeah.
That,
Who?
then again, Lou Dort, exactly. So keep that in mind too. Are there things to clean up from him? Sure, he had 4 turnovers, but that's okay because I'd
He's
rather him get
learning.
it out of this. Yeah, he's learning, and there was no really set plays that night. Popovich said after the game that they just turned the team loose, Wemby loose, and just go play. So keep that in mind. But the positives are, yeah, the potential is there. You can see it. It
No
is
doubt.
just bright, and you know what this means for the other players. They better fit in with him. This is his team, and if you don't fit in with him, bye bye. But as far as fitting in with the team, say what you will about your Malachi Branham played well, Trey Jones looked pretty good, whatnot. But I was really impressed with Cedi Osman. Like I really think he's gonna fit in with this team, Joe.
CD, he looked pretty good. The other one
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of surprising to me too is um looking at some of the other players. You had like Blake Wesley, Dominic Barlow,
Mm-hmm.
Malachi Branham. They were out there in the silver and black scrimmage, and I was looking at how the team played as a whole, even though they were playing against each other. But the one thing that really stood out at me, and it's another thing that I noticed during this preseason game as well, is the pace. Coach
Mm-hmm.
Pop is letting these guys run. That pace is at a, I mean, it's unheard of. Spurs basketball. Usually, it's very methodical, slow down, go ahead and get in the half court set,
Mm-hmm.
run your, go ahead and have multiple screens. People
Mm-hmm.
going ahead and running, multiple, uh, you know, screens so they can go ahead and get free, and you have backdoor cuts and whatnot. But this Spurs team is very fast, very athletic, and very young. So I think
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be an exciting team to watch. I think this is the way they're going to wind up playing moving
Mm-hmm.
forward. The only thing that I think is really going to slow them down is going to be the opposing teams that they play that are better on the defensive end. But I think Coach Pop is giving them a free reign. Hey, go out there and just run. That's your strong suit. You got young, fresh legs. I mean, the one thing that surprised me, Jeff, about Victor Wembanyama
Mm-hmm.
being a man of 7'3"
Mm-hmm.
is his athleticism and his speed. He doesn't move like a 7'3" guy. The
Mm-hmm.
kid can move, and he's got some real skill. He's got moves, man, and he knows how to use his body. So I'm like, I think he's going to be one of these very special players. I mean, he's already got some
Yeah.
of the skills, but he just needs to learn to put them together a little bit more. And I guess that's not going to happen unless he gets more and more experience. This is only his rookie season, but I'm excited from what I saw from him already, man. I mean, what did you think?
What my first thought also too was after he showed out in that first half, no more, you're done, Victor. Sit down for the rest of the night. And I don't wonder that's going to be on the table if the Spurs see that he has another great outing versus the Heat this coming Friday. Will they just kind of rest up, rest up for the regular season? And we've seen enough. I think that could be something to watch for. But just to see him finally get into some sort of NBA competition. This wasn't summer league. This wasn't training camp going against the guys you're already familiar with. This was already the next step up, which is preseason. So, great debut, very solid. You don't want to put too much stock into that. There's no championship parades coming this season based on one game. So we'll see. We'll see. Test number 2 will come up against the Heat, and then the big test will begin at the end of the month. Another guy that really impressed me too, we talked about him right now, was Malachi Branham. You look at what he did, double figure scoring, was able to score from the perimeter. Just great to see. Trey Jones as well. Sure, maybe the shots didn't fall. He only nailed 3 for 6 or 3 for 8 for the night, but he's attempting those outside shots. He nailed his first 3-point shot. So that's good to see. That's something that he needs to improve upon this season. Also, too, Joe, the Spurs started Trey Jones. Remember that whole who's going to be the starting point guard? It's going to be Jones. It's going to be Sohan, somebody else. See if there's any adjustment in this next game against the Heat. If they stick with Trey Jones again, is that a sign that he will be the starting point guard on opening night? But all in all, good outing. Look, sure, the Spurs lost by 1 point, but that's not the point of preseason. You just want to evaluate talent, develop chemistry, whatnot. Blake Wesley, too. A couple plays he impressed me because he actually hit the brakes. He wasn't going full 110 Millennium Falcon hyperdrive speed. He would stop. He would look around. He would find the open guy, pass it out. That is a good sign for development. If there is a chase for the point guard spot, that will boost Wesley's chances of either backing up Trey Jones or getting into the rotation of a point guard.
Yeah, man. So that's good. That we're both seeing some great things out of this young team early on.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking like they're a little bit more poised. They look like they've been working, in the off season.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I don't have expectations, as far as, they got to win so many games this season, or so-and-so has to really shell out, or they're a bust and they're no good. I'm just enjoying the start of the Wemby era. I'm a season ticket holder for the first time.
And you call me money back?
But I'm going to just enjoy the games. I'm going to enjoy the growth of the players. And if they win a couple games, more than they did last season, great. If they start flirting with the play-in game, even better, man. They're exceeding expectations already. I'm just looking forward to the hype surrounding Wemby, the Spurs being in that conversation on the national level again, and people getting excited to go out and see the games. So let's do a quick pause here so we can go ahead and have another ad read by yours truly here. Jeff Garcia, man, and Locked On Spurs. Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Episodes that are coming out for the Locked On Spurs podcast. So make sure you go and subscribe to Jeff's YouTube channel, and make sure you check out Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. Jeff, one of the things that was surprising to me, man, that I was looking, before I brought you on, is there was an article that was written by The Athletic, right? So The Athletic was saying, these are an anonymous, a poll that they ran polls that were anonymous amongst the players, right? So the arena, this one was the one that stood out to me. What arena has the best fans? And this is by the players, right?
Yeah.
So number one, they have the TD Garden, the Celtics. Then they have the Kings at the Golden One, Warriors, Knicks, of course, Madison Square. You're quite familiar with it. It's a great place, Great fans. 76ers, Thunders, Jazz. They got the Raptors, Cavaliers, Bulls, and then the Spurs are kind of there at the bottom. And then the interesting thing to me is they have, what arena has the best fans? What arena has the worst fans? Top of the list, the Hornets, Pistons, Wizards, Jazz, of course, the Celtics, Rockets, nobody's surprised by that. 76ers, Magic. Then they have the Spurs kind of in the middle of the pack there as the arena with some of the worst fans. And what do they mean by worst fans is what I want to know. It's like, what are we talking about? Worst fans. Are we obnoxious? Do we say things? I mean, what do you think when they're meaning by that? Worst fans.
I think that's their way of saying like they really haven't been to a Spurs game to really see how energetic it is in the stands. Now, look, I've been to the TD Garden, I've been to MSG, been to the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
All those arenas. I mean, they're awesome. But the 18, Frost Bank Center, sorry, it's something different. It's different. It definitely has a more of a family fiesta vibe. You can feel it in the air when you walk in. I just think they just, because of the Spurs not being a good team in the last few years, that's the reason why perhaps they're not really educated about the atmosphere. Now, I think that'll change after the Wemby era or during the Wemby era that starts in just a few weeks. So you'll see that as more national attention goes to San Antonio, more national and global riders go to San Antonio for the Wemby era, you'll see that change. I just think because the Spurs have been playing so bad in the last years, they don't know, Joe. They don't know.
They don't know. And that's, to me, that's interesting. How can you be among some of the best fans in the league?
Mhm.
And then the next poll, some of the worst fans? Doesn't make
Mhm.
sense to me. You're either bad or you're good. You can't be both, man. I mean, to me, that's just ridiculous. But one of the other things that was surprising that came out of this article was that they went ahead and said, okay, we're going to also put in a poll, amongst the players. Which current coach, aside from your own, would you want to play? Would you most want to play for? At the top of the list, Coach Pop, followed
Interesting.
by Steve Kerr, Eric Spoelstra, Tyronn Lue, Mike Brown, Michael Malone, Monty Williams.
Mhm.
But it's surprising to me that, still in this, era of NBA basketball, Coach Pop is still beloved by the players, and not only by the players, but the fans.
Mhm.
So it's like they say, oh, nobody wants to come and play for Coach Pop. He's too hard on his players.
No.
The poll says otherwise, Jeff. I
But
mean,
it still doesn't address why the players don't come to San Antonio. They're still not here. They can say they would want to play for him all up and down, but they got to walk the walk, Joe. They've
yeah.
been doing all the talking. I have not seen one walk the walk. As we all know, LMA was the last one, and he didn't really do a lot of talking. Spurs just wooed him, and the Lakers fumbled it so bad with him in their pitch. So yeah, sure, your KDs and LeBrons and everything can say, "Oh, would love to play for Pop," but Joe, I think it's about time they walk the walk. Maybe Wemby would change all that.
Yeah, I think so. And, not only Wemby, but you look at the cast that's surrounding Wembyama, and you have Keldon Johnson, you have Jeremy Sohan, you have Trey Jones, and you also have Zach Collins. And that's another thing that I kind of thought about, and I was looking at the stats, the final stats from the preseason game. And Coach Pop isn't, when he goes small, when he plays that small ball, the Spurs got in
Mhm.
trouble. They winded up losing the game because Coach Pop was being cute with different matchups, different lineups. But when he had Wemby and he had Zach Collins, they were enforcers, man. Zach Collins didn't have a bad game as well. I mean, he put up 15 points and he looks healthy. He looks
Mhm.
like he's feeling very confident. And I like that 1-2 punch. Not only do you have a center who's not afraid and not backing down, he ain't no punk. He likes to get scrappy with it. But you have Victor Wembanyama who can kind of change the trajectory of the game with his length. He's a
Mhm.
problem inside the paint because of that length. It makes you change your shot. You might miss, that kind of 1-2 dynamic there. What do you think about that? I mean, to me, that was a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, it's great. Collins and Wemby together, give them more time to build some chemistry, and that will get cooking. But the other thing you're not thinking, well, not you, Joe, but just fans in general are not really talking about more is there a logjam at bigs, because after Collins and Wemby, it's Bassie, it's Mamu, maybe Barlow,
Sohan
but
grew too over the summer.
Sohan grew too. But as far as like big bigs, who's going to spell Wemby, it's Bassie, Mamu, and Zach. We know Zach is there. We know Wemby's there. Is Bassie going to be the odd man out? Could he be buried on the bench? Could Mamu get sent back to the G League? I think that's something to think about there. I personally would like to see Bassie get more minutes over Mamu. Nothing against Mamu. I just think Bassie fits in better. with these two guys, with Wemby and Collins. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. Also, too, you're looking at the Spurs, at least in the first preseason. Like, there was no other way just to go up, but defensively they look a lot better. They were near the bottom of the barrel last year in most defensive categories. So at least that got better, and just Wemby alone just is going to boost that. Just his length, his presence, his ability to recover if he gets his ankles broken. It's just awesome to see. So defensively, man, I got them maybe vaulting all the way to top 15, Joe. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would say their defense is going to be like top 15, but I think it's going to be much improved over last season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a big improvement to me. I mean, just as long as they play a little bit better on the defensive end, because let's face it, they would start games off pretty decent, first quarter, second quarter. But then that third quarter, man, their third quarters were horrendous. That's basically all she wrote. When they came out in that third quarter, they just basically shit the bed, Jeff, for a better lack of words, and that, they found themselves either really behind, or if they were like within 1 or 2 points, if they weren't able to keep pace, I mean, this was just pretty much third quarters were a disaster. Even though in the fourth quarter, when the team had the lead, more often than not, what did we see happen last season? They winded up squandering that league. And again, it all starts with defense. So as long as they can clean some of those aspects of their game up, I think they give themselves a better chance to win some of these games that they lost last season. Now, is it going to translate into 10, 20 games more? I don't know. I'm not going to go ahead and be that guy that's going to say, oh, they're only going to win so many games. Hey, if they win a couple more, great. Like I said, but definitely, I think Wembanyama is making the team better defensively. And you can see that these guys are hungry, and they believe that their time is now, Jeff, right? Don't you get that kind of sense that they know that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been their time, for a while now. Now they have something to build around, and you're definitely going to see them put their stamp on this franchise starting now. I'm interested to see how, Wemby meshes and vice versa with Keldon and Sohan. We still have yet to see that in the court. I think that's going to be devastating, but will that take away touches from Wemby? Because KJ's going to get his. Sohan's definitely going to take the rock and do something with it. So we'll see how those three guys mesh. And there's a lot to be looking forward to in this this preseason ahead of the start of the regular season. But all in all, I will give them definitely a solid B in preseason game 1.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to share this. They finally went and showed me the graphic here. That's Swiss, the Midwest man myth. He's our guy, man.
He's always on the case.
He's on the case again. There's Jimenez with Jada Pinkett.
Is there a day that Jimenez does not get cooked?
Dude, he does it to himself, man. And then I watched his video that he put up the other day of him getting into a tub, and it was like 45 degrees. I'm like, no mames, wait.
I mean, that's not that cold.
No mames, bro. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Sometimes Jimenez does stuff that Jimenez is gonna Jimenez no matter what. That's just, and the thing is, people are like, oh, he's doing it for likes. Oh, I'm just like, that's just who he is, dude. It's like, you can't change him.
Like, he doesn't think before he leaps.
He just does things, man. I mean, he's just, like I said, I mean, he's the rotisserie chicken that you see at the HEB, when you're looking behind the counter and they just have that thing of chickens and they're just constantly getting turned, getting cooked. That's Jimenez, man. He's a rotisserie chicken of Twitter. Anytime he opens his mouth, he gets cooked.
Well, he might open his mouth soon. He's going to be on Locked On Spurs this week. So
Lord, man.
I know. Imagine the first time he's going to bash Wemby. That first time he does it, it's coming.
Yeah.
He's going to get crucified.
And Jason Garcia says, oh, look at Christopher Leja said he had a day or two of no cooking. Well, because he was probably busy traveling. And then Jason Garcia says, he's a walking meme. He is, dude. He's a walking meme. He's the favorite target, but like everybody says, they make fun of Jimenez and they cook him. But most of the time they're doing that, it's out of love because they know Jimenez and they like him. So it's just having fun with it, and he has thick skin, so he's not taking things personal. But there's some guys out there that just outright hate the dude. They don't know him,
Yeah.
So it's like, don't hate until you actually, sit down, have a drink, talk with him. He's pretty funny, man. But He has no filter, and he's the first one to tell you that. So to me, it's just funny how they're always cooking him, man. It's never gonna end, Jeff. It's never gonna end.
Never going to end. Never going. Hey, real quick, the new Locked On Spurs just dropped it's going to drop in about 4 minutes
On YouTube, you mean?
on YouTube. Yes, so in about
Okay.
4 minutes, it's going to drop. It's with Rudy Campos. He stopped on, and Rudy and I were cursed every time. Like, I have the tech curse.
Yeah.
He has the video curse. Like, no matter what happens, something where we can't do video. Like, or I can't do video. Like, every time he's a guest, it's either scheduling conflicts, or he's at work, or I'm at work and I can't
Something
turn on the video.
happens.
Something always happens. So we have a joke about that. But we talk about if we're overreacting big time to the Wemby's performance and the Spurs performance in preseason game 1.
And
So,
I don't
look
know if it's
forward to that.
reacting. I mean, you gotta take it like this. Look at the season that the Spurs had. Any little thing that happens that's great for the team is going to get the fans excited. And to me, I don't know if they're overreacting. I would say that they're more excited about the possibilities of what can be. And it might not happen this season, but you can feel that there's something in the air, Jeff. That excitement's
is.
back. That the electricity, that electric in the air. Get that little
Yeah.
chill now when you get near the Frost Center.
Yeah,
And then because it's cold.
Yeah, and Vegas still hasn't changed position. It still has them as a 28-win team. There's no way.
I don't see them being a 20-win
Disaster would
team.
have to strike.
Yeah. There's just no way, man. But it's going to be exciting. I know you're going to probably be out there at the game on Friday. You're going to be there with the media covering the game. I hope to see you. Maybe if I get there, I don't know if I'm going to get there early enough because, again, I mean, they changed things at work. That's why we're on early now because I got to go into work at 12 when the show was scheduled to start. One of our coworkers there, he got a new job, and kudos to him. He's really good at what he does, and he moved on. Now he's going to be a senior data analyst and getting paid the buku money, that big money, that Jeff Garcia money,
Joe Garcia money.
No, Jeff Garcia, you got your private jet. I mean, I don't got the bling and the private jet.
Brand new car, season tickets. Picking up a shift now, more hours.
I have to.
Exactly.
I don't want
So
to.
that means
I
more
have
money.
to. But maybe after the game, we can chop it up. I don't know if you're going to be driving there or what, but yeah,
Uber,
man.
baby.
Yeah, well, then maybe I'll drive you home, bro. I'll save you the trip.
There you go.
And maybe we could go. Maybe we get
Okay,
dinner
sorry.
afterwards. We can go get us a steak or something.
Oh my goodness. You have to go there, right?
I mean, come on, man. And
Hey,
I've been.
Did you see what Mudslingers did?
No, what did they do?
They made a new drink.
Oh, did they finally unveil it?
They unveiled it, and first of all, the price point $99. So I'm safe to know that nobody's gonna buy that. There's no way anybody's gonna buy that. To try do some clowning on that. So first of all, I'm glad about that. But if somebody is daring enough to fork over $99, you get a bronze goblet. Not kidding. There's a bronze goblet.
I'm trying to look for it.
Go look at it. It's like ridiculous. It looks like something out of Conan the Barbarian, like that big bronze etched in bronze design everywhere. It's ridiculous.
I see the $1 coffee if the Spurs win.
No. Keep on going. You'll see it.
I'm looking,
Keep
man.
on
I'm
digging.
not seeing it. Did they take it down?
No, it's still there. I mean, let me help you out there. I'll send it to you in a bit. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh,
But-
no. I see it now. Here it is.
There
Here
you
it
go.
is. Here it is. Let's go ahead and check it out. Damn, look at that. Let's go ahead and put it up here on the screen.
Let's not put it up on the screen.
There it is. The money bags. What is it called? The matcha.
Yeah.
Comes with
Like
the
Chris
souvenir
Leha
goblet.
Leha says that he's gonna buy it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Ain't no way. Not to discount him, but just he's a smart guy. He's not gonna drop $99 just to do some clownage. There's no way.
It's a gold cup. They're saying it's a gold cup. It's a chalice, the golden chalice. San Antonio's most expensive latte. Oh, it's a latte. I like lattes, man. So I don't know, man. I'm on the fence of buying one myself. But I mean,
I see what Leha's saying. No way. I don't think so.
$99. I mean,
There's
they
no
couldn't.
way anybody can spend that money over that.
They couldn't get a plastic chalice, just silver
I
or
don't
gold?
know. I know it could be like something from Party City or something. I don't know. I never seen it in my hand. But there's no way. There's no way anybody's gonna drop that kind of cash.
It's a hundo. Yep, it's
That's
a
what I'm saying.
hundreds here.
Nobody's gonna do that.
You know, damn, Jeff, that's a pricey drink right there, man.
Exactly.
They're not gonna they're gonna name the drink after you, right? So this is named
Well,
after Jeff
it
Garcia.
practically is, yeah. But
They can't give you one. They named the drink after you, man.
I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go pick me up one.
They gotta give you one. You're the guy,
Yeah.
man. They're the guy. Hey, but you know what? You got to do it like the Grey Poupon commercial from back in the day
Oh, yeah.
when they're in the Rolls Royce, and they just hand it over to you. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. The only way somebody buys that is they all split it. Like you and Leha and Jacob.
I mean, I can
Eric,
buy it,
Jacob,
bro. I
Eric.
can buy it, but I'm just like,
okay, look at you, Mr. I can buy it.
I could buy it, but I'm like, do I want to spend $100 on a latte? Nah,
Exactly.
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Nobody's dumb enough to do that. Nobody's gonna be dumb enough to do that.
I'd rather spend $100 and be a man of the people, man. I'll be at a game maybe randomly this year, and I'll be like, if you're a fan of the show and you're following us, and I see you at the game, and I'll announce it one time when I'm there. Hit your boy up.
Imagine you walking at the Cross Bank Center, you see somebody walking around with that.
Oh, dude, that's it. That's an instant. Go ahead and take a picture and say, "Look at this."
Oh, that's instant.
You know what? I would buy this thing just so I could wear it around my neck.
Oh my! Don't give anybody ideas.
I put it on a chain.
Don't give anybody ideas.
But I'm saying, like, if I'm at the AT&T or the Frost Center this year, I'm gonna have an announcement where I might just drop some coin on a random fan that's following us as a thank you and appreciation for being a fan of the show, and might give them a hundo, to go ahead and spend at the fan shop there. So, that's why you got to listen.
That's smart. See, that's better idea. No way Leha's gonna drop that. I see him right now. Drop that kind of money. No way. It's ridiculous.
Do not get that. Look at Tex-Mex Frank. Do not get that drink and take the chalice to Market Square. The sucias will be flooding you. I think the chalice won't make it out of there.
Now Leha's gonna get it now.
It won't make it out. Hey, Jeff, but I know we're up against the clock. It's already getting about that time where I got to start getting ready to log in. But I appreciate you giving us your time out of your busy day to come out here and be a guest on the show, man. It's much appreciated. And tell the people where they can follow you once again. And if you want to tease something else that you're working on for the upcoming week.
Yeah. Okay, the Locked On Spurs. It's already available now. Just 4 minutes ago, it went live. So that's with a friend of your show too, Joe. Sweep the League.
Yeah, Rudy Campos.
Yep, he joined on. We talk about it. We're overreacting to one preseason game, and we also put on the hot seat Charles Bassey and Mamu. I think we might be me and Kent. I think I'm gonna have an exclusive interview with Jesse James Leha coming out soon.
You gonna be putting on the gloves?
Put on the gloves. Yep. I've been putting on the gloves. And just so they're keeping you up to date with everything Spurs until the regular season starts. To me, Joe, I'm still in off-season mode. Still in off-season mode, man. I gotta shake the rust
Season's
off.
here, brother. You got to shake the rust off. Shake it off.
I'll probably shake it off this Friday at the Frost Bank Center. So, but a lot of stuff coming out. Again, follow Locked On Spurs on YouTube, Threads, all that good stuff. Kensfi.com/Spurs. A lot of stuff coming up, and Jimenez will be making an appearance this week on Locked On Spurs. I think it's gonna be tomorrow. I think he's out tomorrow.
Well, when am I going to be asked back on, Jeff? I haven't been on in quite some time, and I get out early for the next couple of weeks. I wind up ending my shift at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's the thing with you, because I know you're the late worker. I like to record early.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, maybe that 1 hour gap will help out. I don't know. Well, maybe we can put you in for the Friday show.
You pencil me in.
for the Friday show.
Hey,
show up with a goblet.
Oh God, I can't.
Show up with the goblet.
I'm not spending $100 on no goblet. But you
see that type of mentality. You see, that's why I don't think Leha's going to do it.
Yeah,
that type of mentality right there.
I'd rather give the money to the people, man. That's just me. But I'm serious though, man. If you need a ride home after the game, hit your boy up. I'll take you home in style.
By the way, I almost bothered you last night because I needed some tech advice.
Okay, well, hit me up.
Because it was about an SD card, and I had no idea what that was.
Oh Lord,
so I had to figure it out.
Even when I was calling you, the first call, where I'm trying to call you, I just hear you cutting in and out. I'm like, oh God, here we go.
No surprise.
The phone was working fine, right? Your phone was working fine until the minute you're due to come out
I
on the
touch
show.
it, or I touch it, or I pick it up, and everything just explodes.
Oh, look at that, Daniel Castro. He says Jeff is gaslighting you, Chris. He's daring you, Chris Leha, to
No,
go
I'm
ahead
not
and get that
gaslighting him.
$100.
I just know Leja's not that dumb. He's not going to spend money on a freaking drink.
You know, just because you say he's not going to do it doesn't mean that he's not going to go outright and do it. You know,
he's going to show up to a preseason game or a game.
he
with
probably
the
will.
goblets.
If they let him
With the
bring the
goblets.
damn thing in, he'll probably bring it. You know, he'll bring it in the he'll bring it in the arena, man. I'm swear. But I'm telling you, dude, if you need a ride home after the game, hit me up. Maybe we can go
Yeah.
ahead and talk some Spurs on the ride home. It'd be fun, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe we can
Cool.
record it. You know, it'd be one of the missed episodes.
The lost episodes.
Let's
Yeah,
talk.
but let me get you down for Friday. Okay, so we'll put you on Locked On Spurs for
Yeah,
Friday.
that would be a cool one, dude. A
And
Locked
we
On
can talk-
Spurs
and
in
we
the
can- We
car.
can also talk about the Heat, the Spurs Heat preseason game. So that'll be something fun to talk about.
Yeah. Thanks, Navarro. He's saying, great show, fellas. I appreciate that, man. All right, Jeff. Well, I'm going to go ahead and
All
let
right.
you go, man. Have
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
day at work.
You too, man. Be safe.
Later, brother.
Bye.
All right. So as we go ahead and start bringing the show to a close, we're going to go ahead and do our last ad read here, which is going to be Serenity Manor. Serenity Manor is an events venue located at 14405 Old Bandera Road, across from Flores Country Store, set in a historic building that is over 100 years old. You can have a baby shower, bridal showers, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, corporate events, weddings. There's an indoor and outdoor venue with a dance floor and a sand volleyball court out in the back, set under the shade of the trees, and there is beautiful lighting in the evenings. Serenity Manor is a very beautiful place that is very family oriented, and they have rotating Thursday nights. They have karaoke and game nights. They also have a bar that serves beer, wine, and margaritas. So after a concert at Flores Country Store, you can go over diagonal across the street, catty corner, grab a beer, get away from the crowd, and check out the beautiful Serenity Manor. Yeah, so make sure you do check out Serenity Manor. Again, it's a great venue located at 14405 Old Bandera Road in Helotes, Texas. Well, boys, that's about all the time we have for today's episode of the Alamo City Sports Cast. Again, we appreciate you guys for your continued support and watching, especially that I'm going on early now. And unfortunately, I have to go on early only because the business needs dictate that I do so. You know, we're missing somebody at work. We're short-staffed. I got to step up and be I guess start my shift early. So I'm going to be going on at 12 now, which I was doing the show at noon. Now I have to go in and be at work at noon. So again, we're probably going to be going on from 10:30 to about 11:30, a little bit over from now on, you know, for a couple of weeks here until we wind up getting that staffing situation fixed at work. But again, appreciate you boys. We'll see you all on Friday. We're out. Peace.